Just need fucking. Mate, we need to suss out this fucking Cayman Islands business.
Yeah.
We need to just suss it out. Be like, yeah, I don't have any fucking money. I didn't earn anything. It's all on the. It's all off in the fucking. On the Mauritius.
Unbelievable. So anyway, welcome back to another episode of the String Ninjas podcast.
I wonder could we open up an Irish bank account?
Well, I don't know.
Just to
Here,
buy-
that's funny actually. We had a wedding inquiry about, I think it was like for 2022 or 2023, and they were asking like prices and this that, and the other, and it was a wedding up in like Donegal. So I said, well, this is what it costs and stuff, and this would be the travel expense, blah blah blah. But I did say, I says, look, I don't know how we're gonna be able to do jobs like that going forward. Do we?
We'll have to both make sure we have Irish passports.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what the crack is with getting across the border, like working. Do you have to have a visa?
Well, we have to pay tax in the.
Yeah,
in
exactly. So I said, like,
We have to
look,
declare
I said, in
everything.
all likelihood, I said, we will be able to do it for you. But I said, it's just one of those things
It's a
that
red tape
nobody
situation.
seems to know the answer to the
No,
question.
it's-
Because I was hearing
mate.
about, there was these fishermen who are, I think they were in Donegal, fishermen in Donegal, but they, for years and years and years, they've always taken their boats from the north of Donegal into Northern Ireland, technically, to do their fishing, and they've done it for fucking years. And then the first day after Brexit, they got stopped by the Coast Guard
It
or
was the
whoever.
Scottish fucking Navy, I think, stopped them.
Somebody.
It was something wrong because I remember
Aye.
reading that story and me going, I thought they were going to Scotland, and that's
Yeah.
why the Scottish.
No, I think it's Scottish. It was just because it's the UK, so they were just
Scottish
out, they
Navy
were
were like-
policing the waters, and they were like, "No, you can't fish in here."
That's fucked up.
I know it's mental.
You
It's
see
it makes
Jacob
no
Rees-Mogg
sense.
says they're like the fish are happier because they're British now. It's like
Yeah.
nobody's happy because they're British.
I know.
The only
yeah.
people that are happy that are British all went to Eton and fucked the same pig head.
So anybody who has sent us an email about weddings and what have you, is we have replied to you, and if we haven't, it's in our junk, and I'll find it. But
I was like
it's
rummaging
been,
around my
it's been
junk
really
anyway.
hard replying to people. It's actually depressed me. I was thinking about it today. How, like, I rant and rave all the time about not gigging, but do you know what, man? Everybody's in the same boat. Well, not everybody's in the same boat. The people who aren't in the same boat, the decisions they make don't affect them. But the majority of Joe Public is in the same boat. And like I was thinking about, do you remember that job we did for Cerner? Like that will be coming up soon.
That would have been
That nice
aye.
wee corporate gig that we used to
Because they,
go
were,
to
'cause they
London.
wanted us back for 3 days.
Yeah, and
they were being
they
charged
put
for
us
that.
up in the Hilton in Edgware Road.
Swanky fucking.
It's
It's
a
the
lovely-
best gig we've ever.
Because you know what I was thinking as well today. It was like, because we wouldn't be working the full 3 days. They'd be like, right, can you do an
saying
afternoon
that,
here?
no, here, saying that just to interrupt you, they don't. All they have to do is not serve drink
Aye,
or anything like that there, and we're still able to do it.
aye.
That's the problem. We can't play in bars, drinks. Can't
Yeah,
play
yeah.
at weddings, drinks.
But
can't-
not even that. No. The reason I was the money was obviously the first one, but the best bit about that job, like that's the one thing that has annoyed me about when we go and do that job, is that it's literally fly over in the morning, get into the hotel, go do the gig, get a bit of dinner, go to bed, and then get up in the morning, go back to Belfast. But if we're there
drink
for a
12
few,
pints in between the.
that's true. But then if we're there for a few days, I was like, I already had I
Mapped
all
out
the-
what you fancy
all
doing.
the places I was gonna go,
Aye.
and when I say places, I mean restaurants.
Right.
But I was gonna, and like, if you didn't want to go, that's fine. I was quite happy. A wee table for one, just a wee charcuterie board and a wee glass of Pinot Gris, please. I'll do me, you know. And but that's
If you haven't guessed, he's a classy bitch.
these are the things that I enjoy. You know, I that's what I like.
Yeah, that's
to
handy
do.
because what I enjoy is wanking into the beds in a hotel room. So if you go and do
Well,
that, I can wank into the bed.
Absolutely, it's just not mine.
Well, no, that's the whole part of the taboo. That's why the sheets are white.
Yeah. Do you remember that time you thought you pissed yourself?
I dropped the whole pint of beer
Yeah,
over me,
and I
you,
saw-
you just
I-
laughed at me.
No, because I knew it was going to happen, and I went, I should really get that pint out of his hand, and I went, nah,
Fell
I'll
asleep
leave
in
it.
bed with a pint
And then
glass
woke
in
up
my
the
hand.
next morning and went into the bathroom to see a massacre of towels and underwear, and I was like, what the fuck happened here? And you were like, I thought I pissed myself.
I don't know. It smelled very yeasty, so I thought I had an infection too. Fucking full fucking a thing. Remember we got the beers and all ordered to the room that time.
That's right.
Aye, we were living life large.
Living it up.
We were watching Babe Station together.
That was class.
I know, that's it. Remember we did a video. Actually, I must look that up because you did a video of me coming out of the bathroom and like the towel wrapped around my head and on my fucking egg, and you were like, quickly, it's starting. It was like Emmerdale or something, and I came running in and jumped on the bed.
That was such a funny.
We must look that up.
Do you remember when the security guy came over to kick us out of the bar because you decided to land the piano like you were Liza Minnelli?
Although a year before that, when it was the place was bunged, remember, with all them people were drinking, and they must have been told they weren't allowed to do it this year. Because remember, or last year, so basically, what happens is for anybody, we did like for 2 years in a row, we did this big corporate gig. It's for Cerner, who are like medical equipment developers and stuff and all, but they're fucking money to burn. Like, so they basically flied us over. We did a gig in Belfast, and they fucking just so happened the person that books was there and with other like colleagues, and she was like, right, I'll get you over. And most of these times you think like, I sweet, nice one. And she actually did contact us, so we went over and fucking they put us up in the Hilton, and as Mick was saying. But that first year, we went over. Remember the bar? Because basically they booked.
Get served in the place.
They booked out a whole. It was like a nightclub.
Felt like I was in China White.
So this is down at Thompson's. Thompson's full of posh.
No, the floor wasn't as sticky.
But so the first year we did it. So basically, the company books out an entire floor of the Hilton, and this Hilton's fucking huge. Like it's like a couple of hundred rooms on the floor. Like,
this isn't like the Hilton in Belfast.
No,
this is an actual Hilton hotel.
Massive, like. So there's like probably about 3 or 4 people in each room.
Although Hilton in Belfast, we will take any bookings if you want to go our way.
Penthouse suite for us, please. Fucking yeah. So we went down, and the first year, the bar, the hotel bar was manic. It was crazy, and they were all the doctors and all the medical people and the bars and everything were in fucking rinsing the bar, and we were like, fuck, we need to order like all sorts of drinks here in one go because we weren't getting served. And then the last year we went over, they must have all been told, fucking wind your fucking necks in, because we went over, and the bar, there was like 3 of them in the whole bar, and that was it. To be
fair as well, I felt the actual conference was a wee bit tamer than the first year. I think a lot less people were staying over or whatever, or I think maybe we did the last night of it or something. I'm not too sure.
Because they wanted us to do the next 2 nights, and we couldn't do it. Fionnuala was like, I fucking do it if they're going to pay you, but I was like, it's a big arrangement thing, and we have to fucking do that. So, but that's the whole thing. They wanted us to do the 3 nights this year, and I was like, yep, they're getting charged 55 fucking grand.
I would have, with the money we would have made, I was probably going to buy a new violin with it or something.
Sure, it was only 70 quid your one, fuck's sake.
People don't believe that cost me. Swear to God, that one cost me 70 quid. I have 2 of them. The one I bought cost me 70 quid off eBay, and I have another off them that was given to me by our mate Con McCabe, who I used to play with in Stormtree. Because he used to play electric fiddle for them before I joined, but then he just said, like, I don't play anymore, you might as well just have it. So he just gifted me the violin. So I've always had a spur, but then that one packed in, so I actually need to get that one looked at again. But either cracking, nobody believes. I get all these. I put our videos up on Facebook, like violin pages and stuff like that there, and people are always going, "What violin is that you're using?" And I'm like, honestly, I don't know the name of it. I swear to God, I haven't. For any new listeners here, there's a episode where we break down our gear. It's actually quite a fun episode. It's quite geeky for the music nerds out there. But I don't know what the hell my violin's called.
I'm fucking see what I see you like tuning up your violin, and every time you turn it, you hear it creaking and groaning. And I'm like, how is that fucking thing still together? Like, it feels like it's gonna snap.
Because Gavin, that's a proper instrument. It's a proper wood string instrument.
It's not a fucking. It's made of fucking laminate plastic. You got it at Toys R Us.
I know.
Back when it was still in business.
But the piezo on its class.
He's a piezophile.
But anyway, I wanted to go to London. I really did. I love London.
Oh, man.
I like being able to leave. I couldn't live in it. But so
sample its delights and then fuck off and then say, right, see you next year.
I said, oh, by the way, what was the best part about that whole place? Satay House, the Malaysian restaurant.
It was nice. Like, there was a wee fucking place just round the corner from the hotel, and it was random as fuck. We found it because I didn't realize. Like, I thought, I was like, right after this, because we were finished the gig at like 8 o'clock, and I was like, after this gig we can head out I'll fucking do shit because it's London, biggest city, one of the biggest cities in the world. But
only we had to get a tube at 7:30 the next morning.
no, but not even that. There's nothing open on a fucking Monday, or when was it?
Monday
It was like
or
a Tuesday or
Tuesday,
something. We
yeah.
went over. There's nothing open.
Where we were, at Edgware Road, there wasn't really much going on.
Everything closes. I was like, what the fuck? So we were painting like fuck after the gig. We were like, right. It was like Satay House was that fucking really nice place. We went in there and ate, and then there was literally a bar right next door to it, and we went in there and had like 8 pints.
Do you remember when I ordered their hottest curry, and the wee girl was like,
Are you sure?
"Are you sure?" And I went, "I'll be fine," and I was.
Do you know the thing is, but it was like the next day. I was feeling it because
right.
you're fucking you're out.
know.
Fucking dissolving the porcelain. Yeah, I'm way here to dissolve the porcelain. You know, fuck's sake, you could have reserved it.
Anyway, speaking about Malaysian food, we have some questions, Neil, sir.
Oh yes, so let's
We put out a call for questions.
check on the laptop.
And
What have we got here? What have we got? I think we've only one or two,
well, there's a few.
but it's enough. It's enough to keep us going.
I mean, the shite we talk.
This one is a contentious issue, a massively contentious issue.
Yeah.
So Luke Watterson, he says, "What do you prefer, potato bread or soda bread?"
For me, I love them both. If I could only have one, it would be potato bread. I find potato bread. The thing is, see with soda bread, you have to be really careful.
Would you eat a potato sandwich?
I say I wouldn't do that.
Would you get mashed potato and put it on a sandwich? But here, you would eat a chip butty. That's technically potato bread.
I would need a chip putty.
Would you not?
Aye, that's weird.
Fucking think you're too good for a chip butty.
I'd eat a pasta putty. You know, have
Pasta butty?
mac and cheese,
That's
put it in
just
bread.
fucking carb city. I suppose it's like a sausage roll bab.
Sure, fucking Subway doing meatball marinara. What the hell is that about?
I wouldn't even call it a meatball marinara. It's like indiscriminate meat in sauce.
Actually I got a Subway the other day and it was the nicest one I've had in a while.
But
But I always get the same thing.
You haven't been out and had one.
That's the thing. I don't go out anymore. But because I play by the rules.
Except when it comes to love.
That's me virtue signaling. That's what I do. But I do play. I've never cheated on anybody, and I fucking.
I told you this fucking potato bread question.
Anyway, so no, I love soda bread. The problem with soda bread is if you Ormo, great soda bread. Sunblest, crap, because they never cook it the whole way through. So then when you go and stick it in the pan, it's really doughy and it's shite. Potato bread I find to be less troublesome.
It's more consistent throughout.
Oh yes, and again, Ormo make the best one. But I just prefer potato bread. If I'm having a fry, I'm having everything. But if I could only have one, I'm having the potato bread. Especially when it's all eggy, man. Oh,
see, that's the thing with me, right? So here's the thing. I'm like yourself. I like both, but for me, it's context and consistency, right? So full soda is unbeatable. It wouldn't be the same with potato bread because it doesn't have it can't hold it. The one thing that I don't like about potato bread is it always, no matter how you have to burn the fucking stuff, it will always the texture of it will always be like it's not been cooked. Do you know what I mean? Because it is floppy. Do you know what I mean?
How are you cooking it?
Loads of ways. Like I'd fry it in the pan or I would toast it.
I always fry it.
But I always find that it's like a floppy bread. Do you know what I mean? So it's like it's real dense. So like where you're saying about the soda bread not being cooked through, for me it would be the potato bread. Now, again, context, I would have it with a fry over soda. Like if I was having like a standard fry with your mushrooms and your beans and all that bollocks, bacon and sausages and all, I would have potato bread with it. But if I was having a full soda, it has to be the soda. Obviously, it's in the name. But man, do you know what I've been going for these last while? Fucking pancakes. The big sunblessed giant pancakes.
What, like American style pancakes?
Well, I don't know because I never really had them.
Right.
I just know like the sunblessed ones you buy in the packet.
When you ever see when you see fat people on American TV eating pancakes, always them big, thick, stacked ones.
Well,
yeah,
that's
sort of
some of them.
I would love because that's the thing. Like in America, I was watching a TV show recently. I started a new show. It's called Bosch. It's on Prime. And it's really good. It's a cop drama. It's quite gritty. Very funny in all the darkness of it, and there was a scene. He was in a diner and he'd ordered these pancakes, but it was breakfast, and I was like, it's so weird that they would have this. Only America would start the day with dessert.
I was literally gonna say Fanula says that's the one thing when she was in America, she did like a tour, a world tour,
Yeah.
and she was in America for the end of it.
Yeah.
And she went in and ordered pancakes, and they're like, "Yeah, what would you like? Would you like syrup, ice cream? Would you like
Yeah.
all this fucking?" And she was like, "It's breakfast time. Can I have it with some like butter and jam?" And they were like, "No, that's the way it comes. It comes with all these things."
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
she couldn't get her head around it. She's like,
I
"What
know.
the
It's
fuck?"
the same with her
No.
waffles too.
Yeah, they're just so over the top.
Do you know what? There's a
It's like
restaurant.
pancakes are nice on their own.
Yeah.
You don't have to add fucking 10 tons of ice cream. to
There's a
fucking-
restaurant in London. Going back to food again in London. There's a restaurant in London called Duck and Waffle.
Mm.
And it's at the top of this building. It's like a 55th floor. And I've eaten it once, and it was amazing. And I got to sit on a table at the window, so you get to look down at London. It's great.
Poking your fucking your
No,
sandwich
I
up.
don't. Heights don't really bother me. Whenever I know I can't, like I know if I was standing on a building, I'd probably shit myself. But I know I can't fall out, so I was grand. But their signature dish is duck and waffle. So it's coffee duck leg on a waffle with maple syrup. That's their signature dish. And mate, I ordered it because I was like, you have to try.
It's their
if a famous
signature,
restaurant, you
like,
got to try what they're
what they're
famous for.
best at, like.
Mate. Because I'd never had a waffle in that way before. If I've ever had like a Belgian style waffle, it's been with ice cream and
always
chocolate
sweet,
and
though,
stuff.
it's
But I've
not
never
savoury.
with bake with duck on it.
I'm just thinking, like, actually, when you think about like a waffle, like you could make a savoury waffle. You know, like on its own, you could probably infuse some sort of flavour into it to make it
Aye.
fucking tasty.
That was good though. I would recommend it, but I would always be interested to try pancakes that way. It's just if I'm in the house making pancakes, I'm
Well, I
making them
suppose
like
crispy
I'm just
duck and
making them, you know,
pancakes.
like they're basically like omelette style,
Aye.
that kind of a
I
pancake.
so that's another thing. Remember we went to the fucking hotel and it was because it was a Tuesday because it was Pancake Tuesday. Do you remember? And we went in and there was like a pancake stand there and the guy was like when we checked in he was like, I fucking go over, they're free, they're complimentary, go on over. So we went because remember we were hemming and hawing, we were putting stuff in the room then with the cheese and that. And I was like, mate, we'll have to just get these now. And I went over and got them, and as nice as they were, I was like, they're not fucking pancakes. That's an omelette with chocolate sauce on it.
Yeah.
Because they were like an omelette.
Yeah.
I've had thicker omelets
Yeah,
than those fucking things.
I
It was like a sheet.
I
of
don't make an
egg.
omelette with any less than 3 eggs.
Well, yeah, that's if it's a singular omelette, it's
Four's
four.
my favorite.
Four with a bit of cheese and some bacon through it. Bacon and mushroom is a fucking perfect omelette. Bacon
Yeah.
and mushroom together.
I had
Unreal.
right, okay, now I do have exciting news to tell you. You may have seen my face. I put up a Facebook post. It's
In
so
your
funny.
face,
Whenever of all like our musical accomplishments, of which there are few, but the things that get them, like I put up last year a weight loss transformation pic, and to be fair, I had lost 5 stone.
I know you did. You
Or
were,
four
you were doing
stone, 4
fucking
stone. I
well.
lost
Like,
4 stone,
you were doing
so-
well.
And I've put about 1.5 stone back on, but that's here lockdown, baby, and I'm
Mate, don't even. I've got
unemployed,
I've got
depressed.
bigger-
Get off my
I've
back.
got bigger tits than Fanula,
Yeah.
like, and it's not fucking good.
Mate,
Like.
big tits of the way.
That's it.
Yeah, they get me out of parking tickets.
It's like everybody has to just is forced to accept the dad bod because that's
Oh.
all we're getting now.
But so anyway, yes, we were talking. So anyway, food. So I would put up this picture of a pizza I ordered from Pizza Works,
That's
and
right.
the fucking reaction it got was carnal, mate.
Starvos.
People
Those
were just
Starvos.
like, let me just tell you what it was. So
If I'd have known that's the way you actually made
So-
the pizza,
proud sponsors of the podcast, Pizza Works. I'm always rapping them. Why? Because they make the best merch and the best pizzas.
I'm raging. I like the only reason I want
You
to
want to live in North
anywhere
Belfast?
is literally so I can have one on top. Do you know what I mean? Might
Yeah.
not want one, but just the thought
Yeah.
of being able to get one next time.
Mick,
you're
even if I'm in my house, Mick, will you go get me one? The fuck, get it yourself. But anyway, I ordered. I always used to get the Gringo. Gringo was my favorite. It was chipotle chicken with jalapenos, chorizo, red onion, or white onion. Sorry, white onion, and a mozzarella base. No tomato sauce in the base. Unbelievable. Changed my understanding of pizzas because pizzas don't need tomato on them. Unbelievable. And then there's another one called the Stance, which is buffalo chicken with young buck, blue cheese, and scallions and jalapenos. Quite hot, but really good. And then they have the bee sting, which is ham and goat's cheese with this honey dressing.
I've heard of this.
I own makes it up. He gets Reaper chilies. He gets them imported from America and cooks them down, makes a dressing with them. And it's hot as fuck, but it's so good. That's my 3 go-tos. Always go to them. So I was like, right, I want to get a pizza, but I want to get something different. So I basically found a way to combine all 3 of them.
Order 3 of the pizzas.
No, so what I did was I went for the 4 cheese. The 4 cheese pizza is mozzarella, parmesan, the young buck blue cheese, and 5 Mile Town goats. Right, that's your
Okay.
4 cheeses. Good balance. They're great. It's a great
Jesus
pizza by
Christ,
itself.
that's-
I added to it bacon,
Okay.
and I added to it the Reaper honey from the bee sting.
Uh,
Mate, honestly, I can say without any bias to the, it is.
All that
the-
cheese, well, cheese and bacon is a natural.
But that's the thing, cheese and bacon, and then with that spice to cut through, bro, it was phenomenal.
You know what the funny thing is? I keep saying,
I had to put up the NFSW at the start of my post.
I know. I keep saying that, like it bugs the fuck out of me. You ever see a post and you like it once and that's it,
Yeah.
but then it keeps coming up on your timeline because people are keep saying shit, dude. I had to like turn notifications off for this post. The fuck.
Even Frankie, who works in Babel,
Yeah.
Frankie even like tagged me in his Instagram story. Was it last night? It was like, Mick, you've influenced me, and it was him ordering Pizza Works. So people start ordering Pizza Works and then tag me in it because I'm an influencer and a plus size Instagram model. But honestly, like that pizza was
Did
phenomenal.
it?
I can't
Have they
believe-
started making that
this
as a
is-
standard now?
Well, I did say we should call it the Michelorian.
The Mandalorian.
Yeah, this is the way. And shout out to Naomi, one of our patrons. She was like, next time I'm in Belfast, I'm getting myself a bit of the Michelorian. Now, Naomi, I didn't quite know which way to take that one.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure you do know which
Are
way
you
you want to
like,
take that one.
are you wanting a slice of the bread?
Remember, there's no sauce. It's just pure cheese. There's no base. There's no base on it.
It's all smeg.
It's got it's a lot of blue cheese on it as
Yeah,
well. But
anyway.
here, the young bucks there.
Yeah. Anyway, I know it's a class pizza, so I don't know if they would put it on. The thing is, it's so similar to a pizza they already have. But if they were gonna do like a crew pie, because they do like specials and stuff, I might see if I can get like a guest spot.
Crew pie. It sounds too close to cream pie to me.
Yeah.
And that's just
Yeah.
Anyway. It's what finishes me
So
off.
anyway,
like,
to answer the question, I prefer potato bread.
but I'm on the fence.
Yeah.
I like a croissant.
Next question.
What have we got?
is-
What do we got for the next one?
Murray, our old mate Murray McDowell. Actually, I was watching his live stream earlier in honor of the late great Ronnie Purvis.
Ronnie Purvis.
R.I.P. The
Passed
absolute
away.
stalwart legend of the Belfast music
One of the first people to give us a
ever
cake.
let us on a stage, and he let us on. I was like, Ronnie, why have you done this? You're sticking your reputation on us.
That was funny because that was a Wednesday night, so that would have been when
The
we were
Empire?
first proper starting out.
We didn't know.
And we
what
haven't
were
even
doing.
got a set. We probably had about 6 or 7 tunes put together,
Yeah.
and none of the classics that we know now, and or one of the classics we did know and have forgotten now, because I remember we went to, where was it? We went to another one that started us off. What do you call that fucking bar up on the Lisburn Road? Cuckoo, where James Doyle, whatever his name is now. O'Dougal Donald, he gave us we would go there and do his open mic
Yeah.
night, and then we were like, Ronnie was like, why don't you
Wednesday
just come?
nights used to be amazing. We
When
used
you
to get
get home.
steaming for nothing.
No, because we would go and we would practice in the Bark and Dog upstairs,
Yeah.
remember? And then you'd be like, will I leave the car? Won't I leave the car? It depends on the beer that they were like giving out for free that
If
day.
it was Coors Light, I'll just drive
You were
home.
like, I'm just driving home. I can have a pint of water and get drunker.
I know. And then I turned up one week and it was Rockshore, and I was like, you can drink it. I'll buy me own.
But that's right. Fucking. And then, but remember, they would give us loads of tokens. They would give us like 3 or 4 tokens because there would be hardly
Aye.
anybody there, and we play for like 10 songs.
Yeah.
And then we would just like neck these fucking pints, and then we would get a Monte Carlo afterwards.
Yeah.
The chippy that holds the record for getting my order wrong.
Those
How
How many
times.
cans of Coke do they own?
They owe me a fucking proper can, like
They owe you a case.
a case, essentially. Aye.
No, they're good, but they're
Wednesday's
see,
were
their-
good crack. Actually,
See their
thinking about
taco
it,
chip.
like,
Their taco chip is epic.
I had a taco chip from Raffles the other day, and it was like, I was like, fuck, this is spicy. And I know, do you ever taste something, you're like, going, is this going to give me problems down the line?
Oh,
You know what I mean? But lo and behold, it was not. I was clean. Everything was
I
grand.
used to have to make sure I wasn't working in the restaurant on the Thursday after we go out on Wednesday, because
a yeasty,
the amount
taco-y
of,
arse.
the drink that we would chug into us, because that was the thing with open mics. Like with musicians, you get paid usually with a beer or 2 beers, and so we would maybe do 4 open mics in an
I
evening,
know, we would do a load.
and then get a taco chip from Monte Carlo and get home, and then the next morning I'd be in some trouble. Like,
Here's one for you. What was the worst open mic night out of all the ones we've done that you've ever went to? Because I know mine, straight off the top of my head.
all the pavilion.
Oh, yes. Joint
without a
first.
shadow of a doubt, the pavilion.
That was so bad.
They got a new sound system put in,
And
nobody
nobody
had
knew
a
it.
clue how to use it, and it was just
Because we got up, and remember,
appalling.
we got up, and the guy, God love him, he hadn't got a fucking clue, because it was like a whole new digital desk and a whole new
Yeah.
setup, for the better, because the sound in that place was fucking wicked.
Aye, it's great now. Like,
Like it
because
really
I've
was
been to it
bad.
since for gigs, and it's a class.
Yeah, so it was well needed,
Yeah.
but it was like a whole digital desk, so it made a switch over from the analog, and we got on, and the guy that sort of knew how to do it was away having a fag, and the guy who didn't know what he was doing
Yeah.
put us in, and he was turning us up, but there was nothing coming out of the front. It was just the monitors on stage
Yeah.
were all coming up, and it was like getting louder, and we were feeding back like fuck.
I know.
And I think we played like half a song, and I was like, right, no more,
Yeah.
get out the fuck.
And we haven't played there since.
we
And,
never been, well,
I
fuck,
mean, to be fair though, we also got to a point where we
we
were
got
like,
those gigs. We got that gig
we
in the thing. The
that's what
Aragog.
it was. Yeah, once
So
we
we
got
couldn't
that
work on
Aragog
Wednesday.
residency, we couldn't do open mics anymore.
But
Because people would invite us to open mics, and we're like, do you know what it is, mate? We gig 3-4 times a week.
mm,
We're not open makers anymore. It's
The,
not nothing
uh,
against open mics. It's just it's when we weren't working, we weren't seeing each other for
Mm.
the simple reason we didn't fucking want to. Do you know what I mean?
it's so weird. Now I was thinking back, like
I went to John Hewitt and you played Xbox.
that's it. I
what
fucking smoked a load of joints and played Xbox. The weird thing was, it's like, see, when you're looking at like the history of it all, like I don't think you were there for like the open mic heyday of the open mic, when the open mic night was the place where you went.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, people are saying, because I get it now, people are like, oh, why do open mic nights? You're not getting paid for your music and all that other shit. And like, because the person running it's getting paid, but at
Yeah.
the same time, they're the one doing the fucking work.
Aye.
They're organising people, keeping track of people, doing the sound, doing all that shit.
yeah.
Which is what I had to do for fucking ages. But see, back whenever I was just going to them to play,
Yeah.
it was literally like you met people
Aye.
and you talked to them and you learned their
100%.
music, and that's how loads of bands were
Sure,
made. and
we
put
have.
together.
I have friends from it. We have friends from it. Simply just from
Just
open
for the
mics.
open mic nights.
The people, the like relationships you start to form. And I've had work. There's been people who I've met and they've gone, do you know what? Actually, I'm doing my album. I need a file and
Aye,
and
to
I'm
come in and
like,
do
I
something."
dead on, and then they book me and pay me for whatever for doing some work for them. So no, they're absolutely
That's it. Like,
beneficial.
there is a
people want it so quickly. They're like, I'm good, so pay me. Like, no, you have to fucking earn
It
your.
is well. That is. It's
Pay
not
what
like
dues,
another
mate.
job. It's really isn't it? It's like an experience based thing. Music.
Yeah,
It's like we could charge what we charge because we not the fact that we know we're not shit.
yeah.
We fucking worked hard at it
Aye.
and got to the point where, and we did weds for fuck all for nothing, and then people were.
I remember
were
one of the
going,
first
"You guys are
weddings we
class."
did. We got paid. We got paid double because we were so cheap. Big Nal gave us. He went here at half that because.
and then
it's
he got
what
us
yous
in
are
the next
worth.
day for like the after party
know.
for the wedding.
Do you know what I mean? A
So-
shout out to Big Nal of Zenith Strength and Mobility.
He's quite literally one of the biggest people we've ever met.
Yeah, love him, man.
Um,
Love him dearly.
I don't know what I was
Legit
gonna
do,
say.
actually.
But it's so weird. The one I was thinking about there, as we were talking about the open mic nights, the crowds that formed in different open mic nights. Like Lavery's was so the three on the Wednesday,
I was trying to be the most volatile crowdy because there were so many randomers
because it was like
because they were coming in after the football.
Well, that's it. But I think like see like the pavilion. So the three that were on a Wednesday was the Cuckoo, the Lisbon Road, Lavery's. So everyone knows Lavery's is in Botanic, and then the pavilion. They were the three on a Wednesday. So you would go up to the Cuckoo, and it's all the students in for their like 3 for a $5 and their cheap
Yeah.
cocktails now. So it was literally if you weren't playing fucking like the pop hits and singing shit
Aye.
covers, they just weren't interested at all.
No.
Then you would go down to Lavery's, and Lavery's is like the more mainstream, and as you say, like it's more of an eclectic feel, so it's real hit and miss
Aye.
what you're fucking doing in there. Like then you go up to the pavilion, and it's crusties
Yeah.
who have
For lack
but
of a
the thing
better
is,
term.
crusties who would be happy with a guy ringing a bell every 30 seconds,
Yeah.
and they would dance to that. So it was so fucking surreal.
Aye.
The pavilion, I like the concept of the pavilion's open mic night, but I didn't like the content of it.
Yeah.
The concept of it was like it was more like a camaraderie, like
Mm.
oh, you can play guitar and you can do this and you
Yeah.
can do that, but we all sort of know a song. We'll get up and have a go at it.
Do you know the
But
one?
it was like there's a reason why that's not a
The
a
open
staple.
mic that I always tended to enjoy the most was the Burned All.
Burned on.
I always tended. Do you know what it was?
It was such a
when
weird.
we went in, it was weird because it was such a weird bar because it was never packed. But when we would walk in, the staff would get excited, and see when the
Mm.
staff are getting excited, then you're like, well, you know you're good because they have to hear all the shit.
Because they
in the
know
day.
they'd be serving people. Because they're
Well,
like,
there's that
we
too.
be
There's
drinking.
that
every
too.
time.
Shout out to JP. But I liked the burn. I just like playing there. I felt that it was the one we had the least sound problems at out of all of them. But no, it's all good. I do miss doing them. I just miss gigging them.
I want to see I ran the Sunflower Open mic night for 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
and see by the end of it, I was like, I can't be annoyed with any cunts anymore.
Here, honest
because-
question. Honest question. Sorry, no. Finish what you're saying. I'll go
No,
back.
just it was like it started off like the same people were coming every week.
Yeah.
And it was it was doing really well, and then it completely died a death. So we moved it downstairs because the Hewitts one had stopped on a Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
So we moved ours from a Tuesday to a Monday and moved it downstairs. So we got more through traffic, and the amount of people that we got that were walking past the bar and saying, "Oh, there's music in there," and
Yeah.
coming in, and fucking the place was hiving every Monday. The place was fucking hiving,
Yeah.
and then it just got to the stage where I was sick of people, and I was bringing all my own gear with me and getting
Yeah.
no more fucking money for it.
100%. Yeah.
But like the people were getting like expecting shit. Like there was people coming in and like they were going, why? Like you could see in their mind they were going, why aren't I playing in Wembley? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, mate, this is a fucking bar with a capacity of 60 people in this fucking room. We've got one speaker and a desk, which are both mine. Play your fucking 3 songs. Take your beer and fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, you're expecting me to whop out the laser show and the fucking lights and all, because the reputation was so good that they were expecting so fucking much when they came in, and they were missing out on the point. The point was the atmosphere of it.
Yeah.
If you were good, you captured people, and
I
people
know.
listened. If you were shit, they talked over you,
I
and
know.
people would gurn and gurn. It's like, but it's like,
I remember
you
the
are
guy
fucking-
who was
you
a
are
karaoke.
mediocre.
There was a guy showed up one time, and I remember. he
I'm
was-
a singer.
I'm a singer, and you were like right dead on. You give you a guitar, or he went no, and
Backing tracks.
he had his phone, and you put the backing track on every one of us, because I think everybody who is like, I think that night. So you were running. I'll say I was drinking with DBM and a cup and Kevin, Irish Kev. Shout out Irish Kev.
No, it was English. Irish Kev.
But then
He says, I'm not calling you
You had
Kevin.
John in, John Tracy, I think might have been there. Gary Lutton was definitely there, and then I think my brother called in.
The actual overall content was quite high. That's what I loved about the Sunflower. The actual fucking content was not shit.
No,
You might get the odd person in who didn't see the crack, but overall it was the business.
we all realized what was going on, and he kept either putting on the wrong backing track or putting on at the wrong point, or was in the wrong key,
He put it on,
or he kept missing his cue to sing.
No, what he did? He fucking treated it as if it was like some fucking shit karaoke in a fucking like Japanese bar in Tokyo.
Yeah.
You know, where everybody's pissed and having a laugh. It was like
We
put
all
on
got up
it was
and walked
Kings of
outside
Leon.
because we couldn't do it.
It was Kings of Leon. I
that's
think
right.
he put on,
That's
and
right.
he put it on.
Sex on Fire.
Sex on Fire, like the wankiest song that anybody could sing ever.
Oh, mate.
And so he was putting that on, and he's like, right. So I was like, are you ready? And he's like, yeah. And I hit play, and then he was trying to count himself in, and then he was like laughing. He was like, oh, I can't believe I messed that up. Do it another time, and I did it. And then he same thing. He missed his cue, and then I was like, right, mate, you've got one. And it's just like, mate, you've literally wasted 45 minutes of my time here because you're fucking such a dickhead. Like,
I know, it was shocking.
and see when shit like that, it just spoils the whole flow of everything.
I know, but then that's when rules started to be. You started introducing
Sign your fucking
no
self up.
poetry, no nothing like that. There,
No, we had no comedy. No comedy.
I got that
because
dickhead, man. Oh Jesus! Like I seen him at in Filthy's open mic.
well, not mentioned, but any comedians listening to this will know exactly.
They'll know he's not a comedian, but jeez, he's shite, and he just sells. He has the same sectarian set, and it's all wank.
But
he's
I
never
think
updated it.
it's like for this guy when he was doing his comedy, it's supposed to be off comedy. Do you know what I mean? It's supposed to be funny because it's not funny and it's awkward and all.
Yeah,
but it's so awkward
I hated
that
him.
it's cringy and you can't bring yourself.
I
And it's
hated
like,
him because I ended up because
There's loads of
you know
gigs
me,
he's been at.
comedy club whore, known for it as well. Fucking my numbers on the back of toilet doors of pugs, for God's sake.
Just for laughs, comment.
But anyway, no, I was going to say, I have a proper question for you.
Right.
But before I tell you that, my funniest open mic experience was years before we ever got together. I was out with a load of mates on a Monday night. Because I used to work in the Morning Star back in the day. So a few of us, we finished our shift and we went out for pints. And we went to the John Hewitt. And this is when the open mic was sort of in its heyday in the John Hewitt. And
Let me see if I can guess. Right?
what?
Transvestite got up and played.
No, this is about me. This is legit. No. So I had previously, I don't know, maybe a few weeks before or a month before, I had been in a house party with the guys I worked with in the Morning Star, and somebody had a guitar, and I had been
Fingering
drunkenly just strumming away as you do, and thought nothing of it. So then my mate Tom, God rest his soul, died there at Christmas. Terrible. He put my name down to go play, and my name got called, but he didn't tell me. He told me. So when my name got called, it was like, there was none of this. Your what do you call the fella's name?
Jeff.
Jeff
Jeff
was like, "Are you coming up for a minute?" I was like, "Oh fuck!" But I only knew one song that I could confidently play on the guitar and sing, and it was "Fucker Gently" by Tenacious D. And the horror. Now, I will bear in mind,
because I have a horrific Jeff.
I was very very drunk because I was out with the lads, right? So when you're drunk, you can't normally perform anything well. But a song that has to be like Jack Black sings that song in such a way that
his reputation as well precedes the song, so you know it's not going to be. It's going to be very lighthearted.
You have heard me sing that song and play that song soberly, and I can't do it. I can't play it.
Wouldn't pay to say it like
no, I know. I can't do it. Like it's a party trick. Let's say that. But it was a car crash of a performance, and the fucking horror. There were so many women who got up and left because they just thought I was just some dickhead who just wanted. And I was like, but it was the only song. It was either play that or play If Tomorrow Never Comes by Garth Brooks, and I went, well, I don't want to make everyone suicidal, so I'll play Fucker Gently.
That would have been good. Like that would have been.
That was my X Factor song. That's what I sung the X Factor.
Do you on the X Factor?
Did you not know this?
I thought you've been making jokes about this.
No. I was legit. I went 2005, 2006 or something like that. There, because do you know people who watch like quiz shows and shit and talent shows and go, I can fucking do it, it's so easy. Well, I don't like to be one of those people. I would like to go and just do something or don't say anything at all. So I went and applied to be on the X Factor. I think the year I did it, I can't remember, but I know it
wasn't you.
I think it wasn't me. Surprise! I'm actually Alexander Burke.
I was wondering why you kept paying tampons. I was like, why is he doing it? I was like, all right. So once using his face masks or something.
But I went to the audition, and you go in there and there's a couple of producers and they give you 20 seconds and they just give you a yes or a no, and they gave me a no, and I went, right, see you later, bye, and just went home. So that was that story. But anyway, yes. Serious question.
Right, go.
Do you think? Well, not do you think. I think live music will return. But what do you think it will be like to perform? Because a caveat to that, you always used to. You didn't slaver at me, but you would always say to me, because of the way I used to deal with the public.
No.
I was very quick. If anyone got in our airspace, I was very quick to step up and basically put my foot out and go get because it's like I've heard of. I remember John Tracy's guitar getting broke because somebody knocked into the guitar stand.
He got a busted mouth because somebody knocked the fucking mic.
Yeah, I think I've heard of so many instances like that. There, my uncle Shamey, his violin got flung out of his hands and then it landed on the dance floor and everyone's trampled all over it because people were getting too close to the performers. And so I've always been very conscientious of that. There,
no, there is definitely. I think there's like a definite happy medium between the way I deal and the way you deal.
Yeah.
Where you'd be like, sorry,
I'm very
off
aggressive.
The stage. Like, yeah,
I didn't need a pandemic for me to know about social distancing.
So what's the question?
How do you think it will be to be a performer when this all? Because people are,
for us, we're going to be
socially awkward. Like, people are socially awkward.
Well,
now.
we're going to be. Oh, are you talking about the experience of playing? Like, it'll be weird. I don't think people will trust their surroundings that often. It could go either way. Either we go in and people will be so conditioned to being overly critical of everything in their surroundings that it'll just be like sit down and fucking hang on, and it'll take ages. Or people will be so fucking glad to get out and and to do things that it'll be a fucking free for all. Like it'll be, but I don't think it'll be one of those things. Once it all comes back, there'll be a lot of. I think there'll be like a lot more doormen on. Do you know what I mean? To control people and to be like, here, you can't be getting on like that. No, is it because if you think about it, like how many times have you seen some cunt not washing his hands in the bogs? Like when
I had it out with somebody in the John Hewitt once.
Before anybody,
a guy came up to shake my hand after we played a gig one night.
You were holding your dick,
and I saw him come out. I knew he had taken a shit in the cubicle and hadn't washed his hands because I was standing at the urinal and I saw him leave. And then when I saw him later that night, now he may have washed his hands again at some point in the evening,
Yeah,
but that's
you
not
can't
the
be
point.
sure.
But when he came up to shake, and he came up
If
to
you don't wash your hands
compliment.
after his shit, it's fair to say that you're not going to do it for any other reason.
Yeah, I know, but give him the benefit of the doubt, as if he deserves it. And we played our set, and everyone loved it. And that's always the way. People always come up and go, "Congratulations,
Yeah.
that was brilliant, lads, well done. Have you got a card? Here's a pint." You know, that's the
Here's pink
general.
eye.
But he came up to shake my hand, and I stood there, and I was like, "Mate, you're a dirty bastard. Go, I know you don't wash your hands." And then he came on the offensive at me, and I went, "Mate, you have no defense here. You are a dirty bastard.
I know.
Get that." And the people, and then he thought that he had every right to be offended because he was coming to give me a compliment. I'm like, "No, mate, you're a dirty. Go away."
It's like, okay, I'll shake your hands if you hold my dick.
Oh, I wouldn't put anybody through that, mate.
Hold my. You have to dust it off. Give it on how on that there.
I know.
It's bit chain. No, but I know. There's a fella. I remember I had to say to you about him.
Mhm.
I was like, mate, do not shake his fucking hands.
Yeah.
Because I know him and he's
you
been
can normally
around,
tell
and it's like
anyway,
you are a fucking. It's like how can you be that? Like, there's definitely something like mentally
Yeah.
off, like like just off balance. If you're able to go out to public, knowing fine well that people are gonna see me.
Yeah.
Fucking like you wouldn't shit in the street because you know people will go, "What the fuck is this?" Do you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't go and take a piss in front of people, hold your dick. But do you know what one gets me the most? People who bring their drinks into the bogs with them and set them on the ground under the urinal, and they're pishing, and it's like, mate, you're going out to drink that. It's yellow beer. Oh, you fucking dirty bastard.
I had an instance like that in definitely in the last 6 months. I remember going to the Sunflower during COVID times, as you do. So there was all that table service and social distancing and everything. And I went in to use the urinal, and then another fella, and I remember I'm standing there taking a piss, and I have my phone in my hand, in my other hand, because I've got a message, so I only need one.
Holding it on the same hand. Just pishing all over your phone.
Yeah, just with the backlight on to make it look good. But no, I'm just flicking through. I've got messages, or I'm flicking through Facebook or something out there. Just to pass the 20 seconds or whatever it takes to do the transaction.
So you don't have to look at anybody in the eye.
But this is it, because I'm a big supporter of good toilet etiquette in gents' toilets. Like, if there's 3 stalls, obviously COVID's kind of taking care of this now, but if there's 3 stalls, never use the middle one. Go to one of the outside ones, because then nobody has to stand beside you. Anyway, so I'm standing there scrolling on my phone, and then this other fella comes in to take a piss. And then he's like, he goes, "Are you sending somebody a dick pic?" And I went, "Not that it's any of your business, mate, but no."
This wouldn't be the most flattering angle, taking a pic.
Yeah, exactly. And then obviously, I'm not looking at anybody, but because I've had to address him, I've looked at him. And then what has he done? He's taken his pint and put it in the urinal. Not to piss into. He's put it to the side of him, and then I fucking horrified. And I'm not a tout, mate. Tout's out, but I walked straight out, and
He's going to set in that glass on the table.
I went straight up to Bob, the manager. And I went, "Bob, there's a dirty bastard," and I told him what he did. And I said, "See," and when he walked out, I went, "That's him." So all the floor staff knew that whenever that glass was finished, they were to use gloves to lift the glass and throw it in the fucking bin and burn it, and then bleach the table that he was on. Because he was a dirty bastard.
I hate people like that.
Oh, but that's one thing I won't miss as well is, because it was you used to get it more than I got it, but it was people trying to shake your hands whilst you're playing, and you're like, "Mate, I need my 2 hands to actually do this." And this isn't like,
I just think, fuck, I wasn't a surgeon.
any feminists out there going, "Oh, you can't fucking multitask." Shut your holes. It's not about multitasking. I physically need my 2 hands to use.
See, what I used to do, what I learned to do was, when you're playing, someone comes up to shake your hand, just lick their face. Just go, and then they'll just be like, "That's too much," and you'll be like, "Well."
But I won't miss that aspect. But yeah, it's like very ranty, isn't it? I feel like I needed this. I need to get this out of the system.
That's because you've been staying in the house with your man and your dad, fucking listening to them for 3 weeks.
No, I don't listen to anybody.
Fucking get the fuck away from me.
I know.
Yeah, when they're fucking expensive teapot.
Don't even talk to me.
Right, well, here, I think that's as good as the time to finish it up because we're
Yeah.
on a. These are just so fucking hard for me to upload to YouTube. It takes forever.
Yeah.
No, I know,
Once you
that,
over that hour mark, it's just brutal.
it takes more time for it to fucking bounce out of Final Cut than it does to fucking do anything else.
So
But
anyway,
yeah, thanks very much everybody for fucking listening. If you are listening and watching, check us out on all the usual platforms. YouTube now on Daily Motion. If you
if you want either two bearded men talking shite or soft porns from Channel 5 back in the 90s,
that's it. Oh yeah, well we
Uh,
do.
or there's a lot of Shannon Tweed on there.
That's the Patreon exclusives. If you want the Patreon exclusives, me holding Mick's dick and swinging him around, and vice versa, you need to subscribe to our Patreon channel. We could make up stuff
I
because
honestly,
they'll not know until they
the thing is, I
subscribe.
honestly don't think that would be possible because would my appendage have the strength in it to stay attached to my body because I weigh so much? So if you were to swing me, would it not just separate from my body?
Oh Jesus! Well, that's for next week. We'll have a go at that. Must
Shoot
be-
in next week.
So yeah.
See if Mick's had to go to A&E. Aye. Anyway, aye. Up in inches.
Peace out there. You big ball bag.